Morning, guys. September 14th here in the morning. Thursday. I'm gonna do a little bit of updates here. I think this is gonna be the last film on this property for me that I'll put up on my page. Yeah, so Thursday. I've decided I'm leaving to the Yukon Monday morning. I can stay with a friend that has a bit of property just outside of town, and I think that's pretty ideal for me because I can't go back to living in the city. I've had several offers to come visit people and maybe stay with them short term or get things going, but I need to stay in the countryside. And the Yukon's pretty far north, and this is not a good time of year to really check it out because it's gonna be winter, and it's gonna be a good winter for sure. But I'm used to winters a little bit here anyways. Yukon's gonna be a little bit tougher, a little bit longer, that's for sure. But you know, there is a lot of terrain out there that it's been on my radar forever, but it's too far. It's not really worth going out there for a week or two, even a month. You're just gonna touch a little bit of the offerings it has. So I'm gonna stay out there for a while, and I really want to check out all the mountain ranges, the rivers, all the things. Maybe some hunting, fishing. Things I wanted to do here, I didn't get as much as I wanted. I've got a few job leads too. I think I'm going to land something fairly quick. I plan on being to work within the next 2 to 4 weeks after arriving, and full time. I got to pull in some cash because I do have to come back here late spring, early summer, and remove the rest of my belongings. There's a lot of stuff is going to stay, but I am downsizing a lot actually. So personal belongings are going to be much smaller. I'm not really keeping any furniture now, and it's just a matter of cars. Even my large airplanes, I was looking at them. I had a bit of a mishap with my large blue one. It rolled off the roof of the car I had it sitting on, and it cracked the canopy and did some other damage to it. And you know, the thing is 12 years old or something. I've never damaged it actually ever in flight. I've never done any no crashes, no mishaps on that aircraft, but you know, it's discontinued and the parts are just not available, and it's very big to move. It's the cost of moving it is actually not worth it. So I think I'm going to dismantle my larger aircraft. I'm keeping my scale twin engine that I've had for a long time. I want to keep that one, and I'm going to keep my 30cc and my new electric and the drones and a couple of things, but everything else I'm going to just dismantle, keep the electronics, and I'm either giving away the bodies or if somebody wants to buy them, whatever. I don't really have time, but they can come get them from here, I guess. That's about it for now. So Monica's been away at the coast in Victoria, but she's coming back this afternoon. And after that, I can pretty well go. I'm free to go after that because I was only sticking around this week because I was taking care of the place while she was at the coast. The dogs and the chickens and whatever housework and whatever things I still needed to do. So I'm kind of at this stage. I need my weight equipment, which most of it is actually in there now. I've got it to dismantle fairly easily, and it's just a bunch of weight plates I got to put away safely somewhere at the bottom. I'm going to just change out these racks. These are broken, and I'll keep it just at the same height as the toolbox, and then I'm going to tarp the whole thing off super tight. And that's about it for the trailer. I did get a spare. I never had a spare. So it's identical tire and wheel. Of course, I'm taking my skis. Any outdoor stuff is definitely coming with me now because I'm going to need it. And I do plan on spending a fair bit of outside time, even in winter. And next year, yeah, no, I want to get some camping in for sure. I want to explore and check it out. Jeep is serviced. We have new tie rod ends. I actually put in my sway bar connects, believe it or not. And I've changed out the drag link also. I had it aligned and there was no issues, but you know, I was just working on the front. I was just working on the front of the diff, and I really didn't realize that I've got a pretty bad leak. till the dude at the shop went over a couple of things that I need to do soon, which he said everything's good on it now that I've done. I've done the drive shaft and some of the steering components, but we have a problem here. The pinion seal is leaking pretty bad, actually. You know, and if I had more time, I would change it. But you know what? I'm going to have to drive on this. I'm not too happy about that because it's leaking pretty bad. I can actually smell it because it's splattering onto the hot exhaust. And after you drive, it drips. So I am losing diff fluid. And I got 2,000 kilometers to go, and I'm towing. So I think what I'm going to do is buy some gear oil. I'm going to have to maybe take out the plug and add some once in a while. I can't run the fluid out of the diff because I'm going to bust up the front end, and that'll be the end of that. The gears will just be destroyed. So yeah. The seal is only like a $50 item, and it's not difficult to put in, but it's not something I want to do on my trip, and I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have the part. That's the only thing I can see right now that's could be an issue on the road. It could be. I mean, it should hold up. If I keep the fluids in, it should hold up till I get there, and then I'll service it. I don't foresee anything else going wrong, but I'm hoping mechanically I'm going to be in good shape. The trailer is doing okay. I mean, I've kind of beat the shit out of it, but yeah, now I need it. It's got to be roadworthy. It's a long tow. But what I do have is my toolbox, and it's pretty loaded. So there's pretty well everything in there you need to service a vehicle for the most part. If I got to pull the drive shaft and do the seal on the road, if I can get one in the town. Actually, I might do that. I'm going to stop in Cornell or Prince George, and I'll probably buy the seal and have it with me, and any other tools I may need to pull the seal. You know, being stranded on the side of the road or somewhere with a messed up diff, it's not an option for me at all. No, I want to actually get there in 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be travel days. I'm probably gonna camp with the Jeep, either at a campground or just pull off the road for a service road and just have a sleep. Now, I don't know how much gear I will set up, but I have everything. I have my shower, I have my kitchenette, I've got a pantry in here, water, fuel. Pretty well everything I usually have for overlanding type trips will be here for sure. So yeah, if I gotta stay extended days because of whatever, if something goes wrong, I can. I'll also have my Zoleo satellite communication device. I'm pretty sure I'll be out of range a pile of this trip for sure, I guess. So that's about it. Okay, so the shop is fairly packed. The house painting is done. I went up on the roof and put the panel in. I fixed the greenhouse panel. That kind of sucked. It was, oh, we got a chicken in the greenhouse. Oh no, that's Reno. So I did fix the panel on the greenhouse. That was a little bit sketch. It's pretty steep there. Yeah, it's not something I really wanted to deal with before I went, because slipping off of there is not going to be very good for me. What else? What else? Most of you are aware, most of you are aware of what's going on, I assume. I haven't really posted a whole lot after. I just put my video up, and it's had a lot of views, so I think all my friends have seen it more than once by the looks of it. There is a video counter on my end, and it's got like 300 plus views, which is kind of surprising. So I guess if people watch it 2 or 3 times or partially, I think it'll count as a hit. But most of you are aware that I am moving. Monica and I have split up. Not suddenly. It's been just a long process, long, slow, dragged out process, I guess. But yeah, it's just not gonna work out. And yeah, I mean, leaving here is not what I ever really thought it was gonna happen at all. Not this soon. It's kind of crazy. But I've decided that things are just not what I thought they would be here. Not quite. There's a big part missing here. Yeah, I do like the property and all my chores. Pretty nice day actually. It's been pretty much blue sky, but we've had some of these streaks come across. But man, it was just a couple of helicopters went by. Well, one back and forth, but it's when you look over here, it's really brown. That is not cloud, I don't think. We must have a fire probably coming from that way. You know what? You can look up the river as far as you can, and it's weird. Not sure if there's a big fire nearby or if the wind has shifted now. That was a nice day, man. It was 28 degrees. Oh, while I'm out here, I guess. Trailer's coming along pretty good. I ended up changing the lights. I had bought some just in case because these ones were kind of acting up and they were pretty rough. But today I decided, you know what, looks like they're mounted right up. They used the same bolt holes, so it was pretty straightforward. All I had to do is just use the same ones, so easy. Except getting the old ones off. Haha. They were spinning inside, of course, so I just smashed them off. But so those are functioning. Now, as far as the trailer is concerned, this is a bit of a mess right now. It's not the final pack, but I'm trying to even out the weight a bit. I have a lot of weight up front, so I'll move some of the gym plates back here. Had a lot of tongue weight on this, so I think this is a little better now. The trailer isn't that heavy, I don't think, but the Jeep is sagging a bit. It's probably maybe just the way it sits too. It shouldn't really sag with this in it. It's just my toolbox, which, you know, has a bit of weight to it. But and there's a bunch of weight plates here and some gear, but I got some in the back, so I think I'm going to be okay the way this is set up weight wise. I can throw a bunch of stuff in here still. There is room. I'm just kind of keeping it open because I need to get into the toolbox for now, for the next couple of days. Then I will lob these off so it'll be all even, just above the toolbox height. And I want to take this blue tarp and bring it down and cinch it up tight. It won't be weatherproof, but it's going to keep, you know, if there's any heavy rains, it'll hopefully keep some of that out. And just keep everything in here secure. Obviously I have a tailgate for it. That'll be installed tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Sunday, September 17th. I'm leaving tomorrow morning. This is it. I'm going to be leaving this property here for good. I will come back for some other things next year, but that's it. 3.5 years here. It was pretty awesome, but you know, as I said before, there was just a few things that weren't working and are missing. So some people are wondering why I'm actually leaving or why am I going so far, but you guys will figure that out eventually. Yukon is it's been on my radar to visit, but I think this gives me a chance to actually stay an extended period for sure. So I've gone over the Jeep several times. Everything's okay, but I did mention that we have a very wet spot on the diff. That's because the pinion started leaking. I don't know when, but I think recent. It's not a huge deal. I do have the part in the Jeep, and of course all my tools are here, so I was going to change it here, but I'm just out of time. It's 4 o'clock now, and I was just up on the roof dealing with some of the vents, and there were some issues with that. So yeah, no, I'm just kind of done fixing stuff around here, my stuff and the stuff that's remaining. But yeah, I did the best I could, and I stuck around probably another week or two anyways, because Monica had to go to the coast, and I took care of the dogs in the place. So yeah, really, I'm doing a little bit of overtime here, but no, I am leaving. There's nothing left here for me to really do. There is, but I'm done. I need to move on. So yeah, I'm pretty packed. It's pretty stacked. I hope I don't have to get into too many things, because yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tough time finding anything. There's still a bit of room here, but I'm putting the suitcase across here. Yeah, it's pretty full, and the front's full, and almost. I can get a few more things in here, just my last minute clothes and bathroom stuff, and this suitcase. We'll get that jammed in, and then I'm hitting the road. And if I forgot something, that's just too bad. I'll just make do. I'll make do without. Done that many times, so. I don't really have a whole lot left to say here, really. You know, I've said my goodbyes, and you know, I've cut my ties, and you know, yeah, I'll miss the place, but you know, I've managed to kind of, I don't know what the right word is, but I'll be all right. House actually looks okay with the paint on it. Carport is cleaned up a little bit. Monica's got the quad in the back there at that flower bed. That's where the septic is going to go. She is going to go ahead and do that now. So she's going to do a bunch of updates on here, out of pocket, obviously, but it'll just add value to the place. And so basically, I'm taking a payout for the market value right now. It might be a while before it's actually sold, or if she's selling. So yeah, we just settled on things. So lawyers are signed off. Everything's good. All the papers are done. Separation's done. Everything's signed off. No contestants. Yeah, it's fine. It's smooth. So I don't know what else to really add to this. I did have the canoe on here already and tied down yesterday. Everything was ready to go, but just want to make sure everything was fitting okay. I had to add a few more things. Like the big gas weed whacker, I had to put in there, and a couple other things. So I'll get the tarp cinched back down, put the canoe on it, and I think I will take it for a little drive this evening, just to make sure the tarp isn't ballooning or anything like that, because I don't want to be doing any stops or maintenance tomorrow because of stuff I've missed. So yeah, we'll take this for a quick spin. If everything pans out, we'll park it, and you know what? When I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to have a coffee or two, and I'm just going to split. So I'm going to take 3 days. I expect to arrive in Whitehorse Wednesday afternoon. So I'll try to time my legs, my sections, that I'll make sure I'll get there on time. I guess if I have to do a roadside repair, and if it slows me down, if there's any issues, I guess, you know, I might be a day or two late, but it doesn't really matter that much. You know, there might be some delays in actually getting there, but I think I should be okay. And even if I have to fix it, I think it should only be an hour or two. It shouldn't be too bad. There's something I can do at camp. So if I'm done driving for the day, wherever I'm staying, I can pull the front drive shaft and put my seal in it. I have all the gear pullers and everything here, so should be all right. What else? Not much to add, really. I got extra fuel, and some fuel in the trailer. Yeah, lots of goodies. I can get this tarp back on, and let's get this canoe cinched down again, and that's it. I'm done. Pretty hard to believe, but yeah, the day has come. Monica did dig up a bunch of potatoes, and I think I've got some garlic and some goodies, and some onions and stuff like that. I'm not taking a whole lot, really. Transportation is going to be a little difficult. I'm going to take some tomatoes because, man, they are pretty good. That crap at the store is just unbelievable nasty. So yeah, I'm gonna take some, and I'll probably only get a week's worth out of them, but man, there's lots here, but yeah, they won't travel very good. They'll go to waste. Alright, so Monica's actually moved a bunch of some of these flowers here, this bush and that far one. Actually came from over there. Because that flower bed is getting pretty well destroyed because the septic guys coming. No, the septic guys are coming tomorrow. It's gonna get a little rough around here, so good time for me to leave for sure. Yeah, that's it, really. Yeah, honestly, I don't really have anything else to say. I filmed so much here. I've covered everything. But you know, there's wood here. The roof looks okay. I've been up in the attic. I was trying to fix those vents, but we got the wrong pipe, so that'll wait, or somebody else can do that. Not a huge deal. It's Monday morning. It's just 8 o'clock. It's a little bit late. I was gonna leave at 7, but it doesn't really matter. I've got 3 pretty big days that I'll spread out the traveling time. So today I'll probably go the most. I'll see how things go, especially mechanically. I gotta make sure there's nothing going on and keep an eye on things. Do a mechanical check and keep an eye on the trailer. Looks like a decent sunny day for half the day. It's only 18 degrees, I think, which is fine. Nice cool traveling day. It rained a lot last night. There's a huge pool on top of the tarp of the trailer, but I've got most of that off. Yeah, it's a bit of a rush morning, man. Just the last minute things to put in here was. It's always more. There's always more. So yeah, I'm pretty full. There really isn't a whole lot of room in here at all. So we said our goodbyes. It was kind of short. Yeah. All right. Like I said before, I always turn right to go to town. Down this way. But today, I'm going north. Because this road will lead to Quesnel. It used to be closed ever since we moved here because there was lots of road washed out from the river. But now 3.5 years forward, no, 2017 that happened. So yeah, it's been a long time, but this road is open. I'll be in Quesnel in like an hour if things go really well, which is a pretty good bonus. Instead of going to town and then to Quesnel, that'll be 2 hours. Okay, yeah, not an easy morning, but I'm good to go. Good to go. This is it. Leaving the property. Wow, it feels weird. Leaving with all my stuff. I just got here. I've got the Jeep up to speed a couple of times. It feels really good. It's solid. No, it feels fine. So my main concern really is, I mean, the pinion seal leaking. Hopefully not a big deal. I'll keep an eye on it. But the other concern is it's wildlife, or just animals in general, even livestock. Pretty heavy. I won't be able to swerve for anything. And I won't be able to slow down very fast. So I got to pay attention to any animals. I can't take a hit on this right now. Definitely not. There's no repair facilities, no tow trucks, no service, and there'll be much of that along the way. So I almost got 2,000 kilometers of road. So very aware of animals, definitely. Yeah, I'm filming, but I'm focused. Alright, so yeah, I got a many hours, so I'll keep the film short. I'll just film in between destinations and scenic routes. Yeah, no, it feels good. Even the cattle guards, I'm not bottoming out, or it's not bumpy. It's very smooth, actually. It's not jerking me around. Maybe later, if there's a truck scale available, I might pull onto the scale and see what I'm weighing. But I know the Jeep's probably right now over 5,000, and then whatever's in the trailer could be a lot. All right, time to focus. Let's put the camera down. So I've only been up this road maybe 20-30 minutes past here. I've never been to Quesnel, believe it or not. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's more. So cattle is a big thing out here. They're usually in the bush. I don't know why they're down here right now, but there are sections of this road where you're not covered by the insurance company. If you nail one of these, you're on the hook for it, and you're on the hook for your own repairs. Yeah, it's kind of a weird clause, but definitely. People don't realize that some sections of this road, you are not covered. I've just arrived in Alexandria. Little First Nations community. I've only been past here a few minutes, actually. So this will be all new road for me after this. Just had a mama black bear and her cub right in the middle of the road. I don't know what they were doing, but they ended up going to the side. Oh shit, more cattle. Yeah, there's lots of things to watch out for. I didn't realize how flat it is out here and large. Man, there's some big sprawling places out this way. I just hit all new pavement. Wow. It's much nicer because the old road, man, there's some massive potholes. They're very deep. They'll actually destroy your tires. So it's a bit slow going, trying to avoid, trying to swerve for all that. So yeah, this is all new. I'm not sure where the old road is. It's probably a fair bit away. But that means I'm probably close to Quesnel, really. I've been driving for nearly an hour, kind of slow. Wow, look at this road. No wonder we've had more traffic lately. People want to check it out. It's actually quite the hill to climb and descend. It'll be interesting in winter, I guess. I gotta make sure they stay on top of it. Ah, interesting. No wonder it took so long. This is a pretty big project. I assume this is the outskirts of Quesnel. It took me a little longer than I thought, but I've been going between 70 and 80 only. It's windy and there's lots of potholes. But yeah, it looks like looks like this is town coming up. I'm in Prince George, so it's taking me actually 3 hours at this speed. It's probably 2.5 hours only from the house, maybe even less. Things are going good. Everything's towing well. The trailer seems to be okay. The tarp is nice and tight. There's no flapping around really. Mileage, I'm getting 17 miles to the gallon, which I was surprised. I've had less than that, but that's usually not on pavement then. 17 miles to the gallon is pretty reasonable, I guess, for being a Jeep with the mods and the weight. But I'm driving less than 100 most of the time. I've got about 250 kilometers to go to reach Dawson Creek, and then I'm heading to Fort St. John, and I'll probably go a little further if I can. I may have to drive into the evening a little bit, but I want to get probably the biggest chunk done today, then a big piece tomorrow, and then Wednesday I want to keep it down to 300-400 kilometers if I can. So yeah, I'm gonna push it a little bit today, and if I get tired, there's lots of spots where I can pull over just for a 20-minute nap. We'll go from there. It's pretty smoky out this way. It smells pretty bad too. So lots of smoke, not a whole lot of traffic. There's been some clear sections, and then yeah, the leaves are really turning up here. Lots of big forests with color. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of land up here. Holy smokes. Just goes on and on. There's not much for towns or cities up this way. I just pulled into Chetwynd here, but the power went down, so there's no food, there's no gas, pretty well. I think the whole town's dead from what I heard. I don't see anything really open. Everything's dark. So not a big deal. I've got plenty of fuel. There's more up top anyways. So not a big deal. Looks like my next stop is going to be Dawson Creek. We'll get some supplies there, I guess. I'll get a little extra food just in case I gotta stay extra nights somewhere somehow for some reason. But I have a pantry in here, so there's a fair bit of food already. I'll get some fresh things, I think, and maybe some beers for camp tonight. And we'll top up the fuel, and then I think at camp I'll check out my diff fluid. It's leaking pretty good, but we'll see. See how much I lost. It's super windy up here. It's from the side. I had it from the front a little bit too, which really messes up the gas mileage. So hopefully I'll get some tailwind again. I just left Fort St. John, so I think it's 6:30 right now. I've probably got an hour left before the sun is down, but there's some clouds. It's gonna get dark pretty quick. I did want to put another hour in, or maybe two, but it's gonna get dark, so I don't like setting up when it's pitch black. So we'll see. If I find something suitable here, I might just pull over the next hour and get my camp set up. I'll just top up the diff fluid. It looked like it was pretty low, but you know, I only got less than half a quart in it when it was up again, so it's not bad. I got half a quart left, or just under, and I picked up one more jug, so I think I'll have enough. It's kind of expensive oil, but I'll make it there, I'm pretty sure. And whatever's left will go in there anyways after a change of seal. So looks like we're all good. I just pulled off the main highway onto these little gravel roads. There's quite a few. I'm not really sure where they go, if it's for logging or if there's farms out this way. I don't have my good map on me right now, so I can't get the details. But I'm just looking for a place to really park. So it doesn't have to be anything. Let's see. So that looks like a busier road, but you know, I can just pull off into a grassy section, and that's good enough for me. I think this is all pipeline stuff, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, something like that'll just work fine. Looks like over here was an old service road of some sorts, but you know what? This may just work. There's just a bit of a spot here. I'm just going to pull the Jeep to the side and, you know, I'll just set up here. Alright, I just had the Jeep running, charge up the phone a little bit. I gave out the GPS coordinates, my location, some contacts. Got a beer going. It's nice and cold because it's cold out. Everything looks good, except for the front diff. It's pretty wet. Trailer's holding up really good. The tarps, this $10 tarp is actually doing really good. I got $10 worth of duct tape on it too. But yeah, and my lights are working. I'm pretty happy, so I don't feel like getting pulled over. So I've got the oh, what is it? I think this was a McKinley tent I got a couple of years ago for really dirt cheap. It was on sale for half price. The only thing that happened to it was, I think Max wrecked one of these meshes, but not a huge deal. On the other side maybe. So they call it a 3, but it's certainly not. It's 2 and gear, or 3 and nothing. I'm not going to put the fly on. I got about -20 bags, so I'm going to be plenty warm. I think it's around 10 degrees right now, maybe 8. It'll probably get down to close to frost, but yeah, I'll be warm. So basically, this stuff was up on the roof. This tent and all my bedding is actually up on the roof in a bag, so I didn't have to pull anything out of the Jeep. So basically, in the morning, I'm just going to toss everything back in there and grab a muffin and some liquids and hit the road. That is the plan, because tomorrow I think I want to do 1,000 kilometers, because I did 700 today and I wanted to do more. 700 is a minimum, and I was pulling pretty hard, 11 hours I think so far. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do 1,000 kilometers if everything is cooperating. That'll put me within maybe 300 kilometers or so of Whitehorse, because Wednesday would be just well, 300 clicks is still a bit, but you know, it's a half day into town then, and yeah, then I can just chill out. But I got some food. I'm gonna have another beer maybe. Of course, 870 full mag right now, because we don't know what's out here. I don't really want to know. I'm pretty sure we got wolves and definitely bears and probably cats, and there's nobody around, and this thing smells like human and lots of food, most likely. So yeah, I'll be a bit of an attractant for sure. So I need some firepower here. Hopefully I won't have to discharge anything. I am near a pipeline, apparently. I'm just getting a little bit of heat in here before I go to bed. Check out the station, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's all you get out here. I'm nowheres. Good morning, guys. So, I have no idea what time it is. It's 20 to 8 now, but I was up at 6:45 and I think I was rolling at 7. So that worked out okay. Bit of a cool night, 3 degrees, windy. No issues, so got a little bit of sleep. Enough to keep going. So I've been climbing up and down a bunch of stuff, but now it's rolling hills, but in the distance I can see some bigger peaks. I just pulled over. I'm gonna refill my drinks and stuff. Took a couple of pictures of this hill. It's pretty cool. Lots of autumn colors on it, but there's a nice big band of cliff right up top. I'm in Fort Nelson here. It's about 20 to 11, Tuesday, September 19th. Not much of a town, I guess. Just got some fast food, hardware, stuff like that. So it's going pretty good, you know. I'm not really all that far from the Yukon border, I don't think. It's probably time for me to check my diff fluid, so I should do that. man, these construction delays have really slowed me down a lot, I think. I stopped a couple times. I got fuel like twice already. Every time I see a gas station, I'm filling it up because the Jeep is only good for 450 kilometers on one tank. It's not much. Yeah, a bunch of construction, and it seems like there's been a lot of uphill for some reason. Just long, steady uphill pulls, and that brings me down to 80 kilometers or less with all this weight I have. So yeah, I'll be going 4 hours, man. It just seems like not getting anywhere. So hopefully from here I can get some mileage done. I want to hit the Yukon border for sure later on here. So it's just noon. See what happens. Okay, hopefully that's it. It said 70 kilometers of construction, so I expect there'll be some more later on, but let's get some time. Actually, I've been going for 5 hours, not 4. Things are going okay now. It's a little more scenic. I'm running into some mountain ranges, so that's kind of nice because a lot of it is a little bit monotonous. I mean, there was a stretch past Prince George into Cache Creek, maybe. You know, I don't even know anymore. There was some decent mountains and some nice creeks and rivers and stuff. But I was only about an hour or two, and then it kind of just flattened out again. And it hasn't been the most exciting drive. But the fall colors are really nice. Lots of colors out for sure. All the way since I've left, actually. But it's time to check my diff fluid. So I've been stuck behind this tanker truck, and I've never seen one this slow. I'm in first gear, and there's barely an incline here. Oh, I'm losing so much time today. Oh my god. He could move over, but he's just not. There's a big parking spot there, dude. Don't be such a dick. He could have just pulled over, because I can't pass anywhere. I'm too heavy, and it's a single lane. What a jerk. Like, really? All the space here. Yeah, it's windy and single lane. You can't pass here. It's not safe at all. There's big trucks whizzing around the corners. Hey guys, where you off to? This construction zone is a pain in the ass. I can't see a thing, actually. There's nothing but big rigs in front of me and RVs. So, oh man. I was thinking of doing a full pull right into Whitehorse tonight, but at this rate, it's not going to happen. I'm just not making any time. I'm averaging like 50, 60 clicks. This stretch is supposed to be like 70 kilometers long. And you just can't pass, that's the problem. This is looks like it's the old part of the highway, I guess. I assumed it was going to be like the way it was all the way there, but I don't think so. Well, let's see what happens. even notice me. Whatever he's eating. Some bison on the road. That's pretty awesome. Looks like there's some fires burning on the mountain range across on this side. I'll try to see if I can get another view of it. You know, I'm not sure what you're doing, dude. Are you gonna make it? Wow. So I just seen one actually in the ditch. It was dead. I guess the big trucks just mow them down. Yeah, I mean, they're not in a hurry to move. I don't know why he had to cross the barricade. He could have walked 10 more feet to the end. I have no service out here. I haven't had service in a couple hours. So I can't check in with anybody. If I stay the night out here, nobody will know where I'm at. So I don't think I'll do a full pull through, but you never know. I've done stuff like that before. I can get there for 11 or midnight maybe. Pretty late. The other thing is camping is going to be very difficult. Around Fort Nelson, there must be a lot of pipeline roads because there was roads everywhere. Just pull right off the highway, and like I did last night. But here I don't see anything. I don't think there's much for back roads here at all. So yeah, where to stay? I don't want to camp on the side of the highway. So I haven't decided yet how I'm going to do this. I just pulled out into this little area here. Looks like a viewpoint of sorts. So it's 15 degrees and it's you know, it's past 5. A little windy, but it's actually really nice. I really like this. So I don't know what river this is. Man, I got some studying to do, but man, this is pretty big. I mean, it makes a Fraser look small. Holy smokes, man. That's awesome. Look at the colors. Wow. I can hear some birds. It almost sounds like sand cranes. Oh man, this is awesome. I could just camp here. Pretty good spot to have a beer, I think. But I'm driving. Huh. Yeah. So, I'm close to the Yukon border. You know, I think the terrain is similar to this where I'm going. I didn't really do a whole lot of homework, believe it or not. I did look at some trips and stuff to do, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. But I mean, it's a big place. Definitely. Let's get some photos. I like this spot. It's too bad it's right on the road. It's not right on the road. Oh man. Wish I had some briquettes and some steak. I'd clean this up and put it to use for sure. It's even a fire pit. Wow. This whole thing has been, you know, not the easiest thing to do in my life, you know, with everything that went down at home, and then deciding to move to Yukon and just leave the property and quit my job and just say, that's it, I'm done. It's not working. It hasn't been working. It's been hard, but you know what? Right now, I feel like this is one of the best trips of my life. It's just started. This is only a couple days in. This is a massive road trip. And then, you know, I can spend a few weeks exploring and doing some hiking and stuff. And man, yeah, it's so awesome. I know winter is going to be here soon and very long. Yeah, it'll be a long winter for sure. But you know what? Next summer, I want to get out lots. Check this stuff out. Look at it. It's pretty well untouched because there's no road network. There's no logging. So it's pretty well pristine. It's pretty cool. And I'm not even in the Yukon yet. I got about an hour and a bit left of sun, I guess. And only about an hour and a bit of driving, I think. Less than 2. I'm going to shut it down. If I can get service. But you know what? The sun is actually pretty warm. And I am going to have a beer. Yeah, I am. One thing is for sure. It's a pretty cool drive. I'll never forget it. Wow. Believe it or not, I pulled all the way through. I was at Watson Lake and I was going to stay there, but the skies were pretty clear and I wasn't that far away. So I'm almost here.